Since last year, Supreme Master Ching Hai graciously allowed our association members to gather for international seminars. They were joyous occasions as Master and disciple reunited to meditate and pray for peace. During her visit to meet with our association members, Supreme Master Ching Hai also spoke of the teachings of past masters and answered the spiritual questions of fellow initiates. Throughout the ages, compassionate, enlightened masters have urged people to surrender to the greater universal power by seeking the divine within, from which all other goodness and happiness follow. This message was echoed again in Supreme Master Ching Hai's discussion, with the theme, A Correct Conception is Important, with our association members on February 8th, 2009.
Supreme Master Ching Hai's lectures are not a complete meditation instruction. Please do not try alone. For free of charge guidance, please visit www.godsdirectcontact.org or contact any of our centers near you.
There are many ways we can earn merit, and much more than that. By being selfless, by helping others people. Yeah? But not to get merit out of it, but to truly serve because you feel sorry for other people because other people suffer. It's just like you suffer. Yes? Or you go out and use your finance to distribute a sample booklet or, do something to help the public, to raise awareness. Yes? That you earn a lot of merit. This kind of thing will always bring you lots of merit and raise your level. Yes? No problem at all. Of course your parents give you anything when you need it. Yeah? They even sacrifice themselves for you. But if you can, why don't you go out and work and have your own bank account and relieve your parents of some of the trouble and, let them have a little bit extra money to go on their old age vacation, 34 years, diamond, jubilee, whatever. That wouldn't be nicer, yeah? Okay. So we, the practitioner, must have a right conception about how to behave, what to be as a human. Yes, never thinking of to take even anything at all. Anything at all. Even blessing, no. Because it will flow to you automatically. But by wanting it, your mind step in, your ego stop it, and then we have even more problem. We get in the blessing distributed to you.
Yes.
By grasping thing, we don't have it very nicely. If we have it at all, we don't have it now. Of course, in desperate situation, we pray. Or before we meditate or something, pray like, okay, please help me to have a good meditation. Yes, that is a very good prayer. Yeah, good request. Yes, good meditation. Why? So that you have more wisdom and your level elevate, and then you can use it to help other people. Then it's a very good request. But not so that you go up very high and then you feel cool about yourself and go out and say, I'm already on the 6th level. You know that? Just Master doesn't say nothing but yeah. Correct conception is very important. Very important. Maybe you don't think it's important, but it is. Everything boiled down to these 5 precepts. When you're still in this physical body, you adhere to it. It would be a good fence, for you, so that you don't stray over to the neighbor. Sometimes bad neighborhood, okay? In some of your country, people say, oh, don't go there, don't go here. It's a bad neighborhood. There is bad neighborhood in some countries. Many countries have bad neighborhoods, Even in the most glorious city, they have bad corner somewhere. And we just leave it alone. Yes? We don't have to go there and make trouble or despise them or criticize or anything, but we leave it alone. I have promised that anyone who will come, I would accept, no matter what, you see? And that is correct so. I would accept anybody. It's just that they don't accept themselves. They don't accept that they can be greater. They don't accept that they have something larger than life inside them. to rediscover, to reconnect again. They don't accept that. There's nothing I can do about that except reasoning. So it's very difficult for a master to have even a real disciple. Yeah, I told you already in some other places that in India they consider any master very lucky if he even have one disciple in his whole lifetime. And remember the story I told you that the people keep coming and singing in the ashram for the master. In India they have this custom, like before the master speak, they come and sing like that, yeah. And then the master give lecture, yeah. And then they were thinking that because of their singing, so people come and listen to master, and they feel very proud. And they ask the master to give them a big sum of money. And he said, Master, if you tell your disciple, everybody give $1, then we will have, 2 million, something like that, and you give it to us. So many days later, they come back, Master gives them only $2.50. And then he said, okay, the great grandmaster so-and-so was a disciple. And then the great master was a disciple. Me, I am only half a disciple. So they give you $2.50. $1 each disciple, Because the singers thought that the master have so many people come and initiate it and look very devoted, and look like very, very loving to the master. So they're all disciples, and they're counting. He has like millions of disciples. But the master said, no, only 2.5 disciples up to date. The great master was a disciple, and the grandmaster was a disciple, and I am just a half disciple, he said. Half yet. How humble he was. But it could be true like that. It's not like everybody who's initiated is saintly yet. They might be in between the second and the third level. In Vietnam we say, nhân phi nghĩa bất giao. Nhật di vật phi nghĩa bất thụ. It means the person who is not decent, you don't contact. Anything that is not decent, you don't keep. And not decent means it's not virtuous enough. Something that comes from not a very good source, you don't take it as a present. If somebody he sell drug or he kill people and he has a lot of money and he buy you a gift, that you won't take for millions of years. That's what we meant by the thing that is not decent, you don't keep, you don't take. The person who is not decent, you don't contact. The thing is, you have to live with somebody for a long time to know. It's your marriage. If you're in love with a guy, just take it as it comes, yeah? Take it, whatever positive side he has, and ignore the negative side for the time being, hoping that he will grow out of it. Some people do. Some people do. Sometimes they encounter some very difficult situation, and then they just grow out of it. They became enlightened. They understood things. It's just like in Vietnam we say, if you don't have children, you never understand your parents. Okay? So all the parents suffer all the misunderstanding and the tantrum of the children. And then when they have children, they understand, oh my God, oh, sorry mom, I was worse than this, etc., etc.
Do living masters ever contact each other, have sort of a living master share group?
Sure, we make a club, huh? I never thought about that. Mostly they are too busy. Yeah, we don't have a club per se, but I guess we're working with each other on a different level, eh? Not just like professors, maybe they don't have a club, from Harvard to Princeton, but they do work in a similar way in different locations, yeah, different university. Maybe they meet each other sometimes, maybe they don't. Okay? Yeah, it would be nice, we make a club, eh? Yeah. Drink tea together, chai. Yeah. Okay, I don't know, honey. I don't know if we ever make such a club. Yeah. But they do have a lot of religious gathering all over the planet. You know that? You're interested about guru group, is it?
Well, I was thinking that other living masters that you would have things in common with, to share, communicate, because you had mentioned the living master in India that you visited.
I've been in many ashrams. There are quite a few. Yes.
Amongst the living masters that are alive on this planet, on a spiritual level, how is it going in terms of working with you to save the planet and, promote the vegetarian diet and climate change?
They do it in their corner already. If they are a master and they teach vegetarian to people, that is already doing something, They do support by their way of life. They meditate, they're vegetarian.
I guess you've answered the question, like in their own way they can promote the veggie diet.
Vegetarianism and religion.
The Baha'i Faith. Regarding the eating of animal flesh and abstinence therefrom, know thou of a certainty that in the beginning of creation God determined the food of every living being, and to eat contrary to that determination is not approved. Selections from the Baha'i writings on some aspects of health and healing. Buddhism. All meats eaten by living beings are of their own relatives. Lankavatara Sutra. Also, after the birth of the baby, care must be exercised not to kill any animal in order to feed the mother with meaty delicacies, and not to assemble many relatives to drink liquor or to eat meat, because at the difficult time of birth there are innumerable evil demons, monsters and goblins who want to consume the smelly blood. By ignorantly and adversely resorting to the killing of animals for consumption, they bring down curses upon themselves which are detrimental to both the mother and the baby. Ksitigarbha Sutra, Chapter 8. Be careful during the days immediately after someone's death, not killing or destroying, or creating evil karma by worshipping or offering sacrifice to demons and deities, because such killing and slaughtering committed, or such worship performed, or such sacrifice offered, would not have even an iota of force to benefit the dead, but would entwine even more sinful karma into previous karma, making it even deeper and more serious, thus delay his rebirth to a good state. Karma means retribution. Ksitigarbha Sutra, Chapter 7.
Gaudai, the most important thing is to stop killing, because animals also have souls and understand like humans. If we kill and eat them, then we owe them a blood debt. Teachings of the Saints.
Christianity. Meats for the belly, and the belly for meats. But God shall destroy both it and them. Holy Bible.
And while the flesh was yet between their teeth, ere it was chewed, the wrath of the Lord was kindled against the people, and the Lord smote the people with a very great plague. Holy Bible.
Confucianism. All men have a mind which cannot bear to see the sufferings of others. The superior man, having seen the animals alive, cannot bear to see them die. Having heard their dying cries, he cannot bear to eat their flesh. Mencius. Essenes. I am come to end the sacrifices and feasts of blood, and if ye cease not offering and eating of flesh and blood, the wrath of God shall not cease from you. Gospel of the Holy 12.
Hinduism.
Since you cannot bring killed animals back to life, you are responsible for killing them. Therefore, you are going to hell. There is no way for your deliverance. Adilila.
He who desires to augment his own flesh by eating the flesh of other creatures lives in misery in whatever species he may take his birth. Mahabharata anew.
Islam. Allah will not give mercy to anyone except those who give mercy to other creatures. Hadith.
Do not allow your stomachs to become graveyards of animals. Hadith.
Jainism. A true monk should not accept such food and drink as has been specially prepared for him involving the slaughter of living beings. Sutrakatanga.
Judaism. And whatsoever man there be of the house of Israel, or of the strangers that sojourn among you, that eateth any manner of blood, I will even set my face against that soul that eateth blood, and will cut him off from among his people. Holy Bible. Blood meaning flesh.
Sikhism. Those mortals who consume marijuana, flesh, and wine, no matter what pilgrimages, fasts, and rituals they follow, they will all go to hell. Guru Granth Sahib.
Taoism. Do not go into the mountain to catch birds and nets, nor to the water to poison fishes and minnows. Do not butcher the ox that plows your field, tract of the quiet way.
Tibetan Buddhism. The offering to the deities of meat obtained by killing animate beings is like offering a mother the flesh of her own child, and this is a grievous failure. The supreme path of discipleship.
Zoroastrianism. Those plants I, Ahura Mazda, or God, rain down upon the earth to bring food to the faithful and fodder to the beneficent cow. Avesta.
Everybody knows that vegetarian diet is good for health and to save the planet. They will be awakening their own great compassionate, loving self-nature, and then their level of consciousness will rise up automatically, and they will understand more than they ever did, and they'll be closer to heaven than what they are right now.
We thank you for your gentle presence for today's episode of Between Master and Disciples. Join us again next Monday for part 2 of A Correct Conception is Important. Please stay tuned to Supreme Master Television for Animal World, our co-inhabitants, coming up next right after noteworthy news. May your days be filled with joy and loving kindness.
For more details, please visit www.suprememastertv.com/BMD